Are Coptic icons too cartoony? Now, the Peanut Gallery online has been making claims that recent Coptic iconography is too cartoony or weird looking. Now, to me, this seems more like a
All right.
Protestant objection, but let's get into it anyway. Now, if you take a look at an original sort of style of Coptic iconography, you'll find two distinct features that are included on all modern Coptic iconography. The large eyes, which represent the large windows to the soul, and the small mouth, which represents a lack of speaking to sort of prevent sinning. You'll even find this in icons of saints. So you'll have large eyes, small mouth, and even in these two, which are not that far apart, you'll see that you'll have the large wings, the large spear conquering the demon, dragon, or Satan. So even within a few centuries, nothing has changed. And even in Byzantine art, at the top, you'll have the large eyes, the small mouth, the cartoony looking face. And in the bottom, you'll have a Byzantine icon that has this large eye symbolism and small mouth. And again, it doesn't deviate that much from Coptic iconography. Now, let's get into what Cyril has to say about this matter. When we make icons, it's not to worship the icons themselves, but rather to use them to uplift our minds towards God, either through the zeal and hard practice of the saints, through the likeness of God Himself. We don't call the icon itself God, and we don't focus on it carnally through a worldly lens of saying, okay, I like this icon or I don't like this icon. It's to use it, because if we end up focusing on the icon itself, then we become like the Greeks, glorifying the likeness rather than who the likeness is representing. Now, you'll have these Byzantine coins. People would recognize them by the insignia and know their value by the picture. But if it's a little bit snudged or different, that doesn't take away from the value of the coin. Likewise, we know the value of the icon by what it is representing, what is drawn in it, and as long as it has its value, correct theology, and a correct understanding of the event, we don't really care too much about, oh, I don't really like this one, or my opinion of this icon is a bit weird looking, because we are trying to use these icons in prayer and uplift our hearts to glorify God.